Hi, it's me again, Richie from Las Vegas Cigar Company. Today we're going to talk about the Cuban cigar. Everybody compares everything to a Cuban cigar. And rightly so, because Cuba did perfect the art of making a cigar. There's a lot of people out there before Cuba became popular and, and knew about it, but they did perfect it. Their main product was sugarcane. Tobacco is not their main source of income, but they did produce the great cigar. And in doing so, they had two different techniques of rolling. The people they had overseeing the cigar rollers were excellent cigar rollers themselves. And the books and all those things you read about how they used to go to work with the briefcase and the shirt and tie is true. And a cigar roller in Cuba back in the 50s when Batista was there was pretty high on the social level. A good cigar maker, excellent cigar maker. They were called stars. The ones that could make everything were called a star. And what they would do is they'd have these warehouses with rollers, just row after row after row. As you worked your way to the front of the first row, that determined how good you were. So if you were in the first 5 rows, you were like the cigar roller. And what they did was they they were the ones who started with the molds too. In the beginning, what they used to do is make a cigar from start to finish. Pack it, blend it, roll it, wrap it, give it up. But it was wrinkly and it didn't really look good. So they knew that in order to sell a lot of cigars, the look had to be good too. So they invented the presses, and they used to press the cigar, which gave it the cylindrical shape. And there's two types of rolling. Blending is something that's an art. You have to know how to blend the light and the dark to get a certain flavor. There's called the tube roll. What they would do is get each leaf and roll it into a tube and put it in their hand. Then roll another one and put it in their hand. And that was the tubular roll until they got as much tobacco as they wanted. And then they put the binder on it and rolled it. Then the method that most people use all throughout South America, they fold the leaf. They get the leaf and they fold it in their hand. Another one they fold it, and it's got the folds in it. If you look at the foot of the cigar and you look this way, you'll see how the tobacco is folded. Cuban cigar will be tubed, some of them, not all of them anymore, because it takes a long time to make a cigar when you do the tubular roll. And when they're doing production, it's just too long. In Cuba, the rollers wouldn't make any more than 50, 75 cigars per day. But these cigars were rolled perfect. The curing and fermenting, which we talked about in the last video, the Cubans developed that too. So they had the tobacco in perfect shape. They had the rollers that knew what they were doing. Hence, the Cuban cigar was the best out there. When Batista got out and Castro took over, the growers, the rollers, the owners of these factories did not want communism, so they all moved. They got out. They went to Mexico, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras. They all moved, and they took the rollers with them. And in doing so, these rollers taught those people how to make the cigar and how to roll it, and how to do a good construction. The construction of the cigar is what the Cubans also developed. If you ever notice when you're smoking a cigar, it has a peak to it. The peak, the flame goes down like this. That's good construction. And the reason for that is the strong tobacco, or the ligero, should go in the middle of the cigar, because that burns the slowest. The light tobacco burns faster. Therefore, you get the peak. The light's on the outside, the dark tobacco's on the inside, in the middle, and you get the peak. Sometimes it might be off to the side a little bit. That's because it's not directly in the middle of the cigar. That doesn't mean that it isn't going to smoke good. It just means that the look of it isn't that good. So, in that everything that I've just said, throughout time, the Cubans have taught other people how to do their process. So now, 2012, when you start saying, I need a Cuban cigar, I want a Cuban cigar, there's very good cigars coming out of Cuba, don't get me wrong. But there's also very good cigars out of Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican, Mexico, because they were all taught by the Cubans. So it boils down to, if you get good tobacco and you have a guy who knows how to blend and you have a roller who knows how to put it together, you're going to have a great cigar, no matter where it's made. So yes, Cuba is the benchmark for quality and perfection, but it has spread out all over now. So, and I'm sure anybody who has smoked Cubans and smoked other cigars, you can see that the other cigars are really good. There's great cigars out there, including mine, because it's all now no secret anymore of how to make it, and you need the good tobacco and a quality roller and a person who knows how to make and construct a good cigar. That's about it as far as that Cuban mystique. The other thing is, it's still illegal here in the United States, so naturally, if you have a Cuban cigar, you think you have something illegal and you're living a little bit on the wild side, but it's just another cigar. And that's about it. Hope you call, give us a call, or use my website. You can order through the website, call me on the 800 number, and we can ship the cigars to you. And next video we'll talk about, haven't made up my mind yet, but we'll have another video, and we'll wrap it up for now. Thanks for listening. Again, if you have any questions, use the 800 number, call me. I'll be happy to talk to you.